anticipation. But kickoff of Super Bowl 51 is just about upon us. For these players and coaches, it's the culmination of a lifetime of dreams. Which team will lift the Lombardi Trophy? We're about to find out. It's the Jaguars going up against the Giants. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
To the left side. They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's first down, New York. So Manning to Beckham, and this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And leveraged by the offensive line to create space up front. Really well done.
To throw, it's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham. Lost in there. People can't really locate him.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness.
Now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own team, because that drive went and went, no adjustment.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead as they get ready to take over here. Manning, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and not get fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Lollipop it in the middle of the field. Bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 14-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
Thanks.
Again, it's Manning. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
People were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than this game.
To throw is Manning. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
I used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
A tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up. And
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the action. On 1st and 10, here's Manning, eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. 3rd quarter action now. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy. Reason that Odell Beckham was on the cover in 16 with the arm stretched out, that famous one-handed catch.
Yeah, he did that a lot, didn't he?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Manning now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Over the middle to Beckham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put a tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took
He go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And the return this time will go out to the 4.
Is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender,
back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Steps away. A man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Victor Cruz, 75 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence.
Working from the gun, Manning into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, he picked it, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey.
The give is to Bell. And some room to roam now. It's a big run that time by Bell.
To get to his normal yardage.
Now Manning eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think
to take the field. Now Manning, and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Victor Cruz, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune?
Now gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And cuts Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
No, she's singing.
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now as they get ready to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team holding to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He goes for 18.
What a combo. And really, how do you defend them when they're on their game?
Absolutely, and they're on their game in this one.
That's really what this offense
is predicated on, isn't it?
It really is. This explosive plays, and it doesn't matter whether Eli throws it 3 yards, another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about. Manning looking to throw it.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys cheering, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.